Hi, I'm John McGivern. Welcome to Footlights.com. Thanks so much for clicking in. I'm thrilled today I get a chance to talk with Helsing Wolters, who is the new managing director of the Milwaukee Repertory Theater. She came like a moment ago to Milwaukee, and here you are.
I'm here.
Welcome.
Thank you, thank you. It's wonderful to be here.
What are you thinking of Milwaukee so far?
You know, I love Milwaukee so far. I've been telling people, my husband and I just recently bought a house. So
by the way, can I congratulate you? Because I know you're like a minute married.
Is that right? Newlywed.
I love the fact that we were talking before we started tape that what happened in 1 month, tell the things that happened in 1 month in your life.
Pretty much everything that's on the top 5 list of stressful change you can make in your life. I got a new job, I moved to a different state, got married. So a lot to take in, but my theory is no one event can stress me out too much if I'm doing them all at once. It's just about keeping them all moving forward.
And so it's all moving forward.
It's all moving forward. Now we're here, so I feel like, phew, it's sort of not over, but you know.
But you've been telling people about Milwaukee.
Yep, and Milwaukee has just welcomed us with open arms, which has been fun. We spent a lot of time house hunting and walked around different neighborhoods to try to get a flavor of, you know, what the city was like.
Sure.
And in every single neighborhood, there was someone out walking our dogs who we stopped and talked to, who said, you absolutely have to live in this neighborhood. This is the best neighborhood. And, you know, that's a good sign to me. It's a hometown. It's a place where people care deeply about their community. And that's what we want. That's what we were looking for. So.
Now, if people have been reading, because you've certainly been in our local news, that you came in from Chicago after being with the Court Theater for
about 4 years.
4 years. And before that, you were in Baltimore at Center Stage. Is that how it worked?
That's right. Yep.
And originally from?
Oh gosh, originally from New Jersey. Until I was 16, I was a Jersey girl.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What accent? I know people say that to you. Is it?
Yes, my aunt would call, hey Dawn, how are you?
Is that right?
My sister Karen.
I don't hear it at all.
I think I managed to lose it the first time I heard her. The first time I heard her on the other end of the phone, I said, did I really talk like that? I've got to learn.
Help me.
Yeah. But anyway, moved to Kansas City when I was 16. So that's where I probably lost the New Jersey accent. And went to college in Iowa, and then back out east. I've been in the Baltimore, Washington area almost without exception since 1987, with a brief stint north to New Haven for grad school. So.
Oh, good. And you went to?
Yale.
You went to Yale.
Yeah.
MFA in?
Theater management.
Well, that helps. The job that you got, doesn't it?
It really does. It was a great program where we got connected to, you know, who was the top thinker in our business about whatever issue. We would get them on the train up from New York to teach a class, and so it was amazing. And the talented people, not only theater managers, but directors, designers, actors, playwrights, who I was a part of a conservatory with. That was a treat.
How do you approach a job in a community with a very well-established theater company? Like when you come in, like what do you bring with you as far as opinions, and what's the most important thing that you bring to this community?
Wow, that's a really good question, because the Rep has such a veteran staff and a dedicated, long-serving board. It's really a pleasure for me. It's a treat. I think what I bring with me is all of the experience that I've had up till now, and a curious mind, and the desire to get people around the table. It's about building relationships, ultimately, I think, both internally and externally, making sure the right minds are sitting around the table to make the decisions that we have to make to move forward, how to deploy all of those resources that we have in the community. At the same time, how to open up our doors, because, you know, as well-known nationally and as, you know, long-serving as the Rep has been, you know, it's about making sure that we continue to have a conversation with our community and continue to serve this community.
People have clicked on and they're listening to you, and you need to know that this is exciting to hear for people in this community, because the Rep has such an incredible past in the history that we all, you know, I'm 53 years old and I've only known the Milwaukee Rep. The Milwaukee Rep their first home was on Oakland Avenue, which was on my paper route.
Oh,
and
really?
I've known the Milwaukee Rep my entire life. I moved away as well, but it's still such an institution that needs its doors open in this community, and I think people are thrilled to hear that.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
You know, the Rep has served in a similar place in my experience, too. One of my first jobs in theater was at Center Stage in Baltimore, and on the bookshelf in my office was the story of the Rep building its building. The Rep was always sort of the big sister, that sister 1 or 2 years more experienced than we were, that we looked to for an example of how to do something well. So that's...
that book that Sarah O'Connor put out.
Absolutely.
Yes, I know the book.
So it's an honor for me to be here and to
And
be
you're
part of
sitting
this
in her
community.
chair.
I am.
Now, which is
No pressure.
Good luck. But how thrilling! What? So you've lived in the Midwest before, obviously. You're
Yep.
going to be okay with the weather.
I love the snow.
Well, you
I
do.
grew up, my family raised Siberian Huskies, and we spent our winter mornings very, very early out on the sled dog trail, believe it or not, in New Jersey.
Really?
Yeah, we would find little state parks and unpaved roads on the towpath of the Erie Canal and run the dogs. And it was a great hobby that my dad got into. And being the oldest of 3 girls, I was the boy in the family. So I got to do that with them. So I think I developed that appreciation, that love of snow and winter and the 4 seasons. So I think I've managed to deal with Chicago for 4 years and enjoy it, and so I think I'll really like it.
Have you enjoyed the traffic here? The fact that
Traffic? There's traffic here?
I lived in Chicago for a very long time, and trust me when I tell you, when I moved back to Milwaukee, it was like, this is rush hour.
Yeah.
It's heaven that this is such a manageable city, and a city of over 600,000 people and 1.1 million in the county, and it's bigger than you'd imagine, but big enough and so manageable.
Absolutely.
That I would love to be the one to give a tour to all those who come in from another city, another state to live, because it's such a great city, and I hope that you find that same love that we as people who have always called this home, that we hope you find that in the city.
I think we already have, and
good.
you'll know when I'm a veteran when I start complaining about the traffic. Then you can remind me, oh, you're in Milwaukee and now.
What traffic? Because you do start to crab about it a little bit. Yeah.
Exactly.
And what have you done since you've been to town? Can you name any restaurants that you've enjoyed?
Oh, yeah. Gosh, I've been to a lot of great restaurants so far, but I've just begun to scratch the surface, which is exciting. Hinterlands.
Sure.
Roots.
Oh, sure.
Gosh, what was that? Just down in the Fifth Ward, everything down there. Just oh gosh, I'm gonna forget the name of the place where I've eaten there twice and had 2 amazing meals sitting outside on the sort of sidewalk, on the big wide sidewalk there. Been over to the Nick.
Oh, good.
It's amazing to me, in a city like Chicago that's such a foodie town. That was one thing we wondered about. Are we going to find the same kind of variety? And so far, I've really been, unfortunately for me, I've also discovered frozen custard, Cops.
Sweet Jesus.
So it's all over now. I'm going to have to do the stairs at the rep up to my 5th floor office every day.
Get on the stairs. It's funny because people don't really know what custard is outside.
No.
They think you take pudding and put it in the freezer. Like, that's what they think. But here it's like we can get it any day of the year, and it's a treat. But you do have to, it's that and a fish fry on a Friday. You realize that.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
I haven't experienced that yet. I'm looking forward to that.
Ask for the perch.
The perch.
Yes.
I will do that.
Do. Thank you so much for
John,
joining
thank
us.
you.
It's really a joy. This is Dawn Helsing. Tell me your
Wolters.
Wolters. See, I almost forgot. She's the managing director of the Milwaukee Repertory Theater, and we welcome her to Milwaukee. My name is John McGivern. This is Footlights.com. Thanks so much for clicking in. We'll see you next time, okay? Thanks.